The world has always feared what it does not understand, and you, chosen one, are the greatest mystery of them all. You move in silence, yet your presence is felt. You speak little, yet your words carry unimaginable weight. There is something about you, something they cannot explain, something that shakes their souls to the core. You walk into a room and the air shifts. People sense something about you, but they cannot put their finger on it. It unsettles them, it excites them, it terrifies them. They whisper when you pass by, trying to decipher what makes you different, but no one ever truly knows. Your energy is different, your aura is powerful. You have always felt separate from the crowd, as if you were walking on a path that others could never see. You do not fit in because you were never meant to. You were designed to stand apart, to remain unpredictable, to hold secrets that no one else could ever uncover. That is why they try so hard to figure you out, to analyze your every move. But the truth is, you are beyond understanding. They watch you, observe you, try to study you as if you were some kind of enigma. But every time they think they have you figured out, you surprise them again. It is not just your silence that makes you mysterious. It is your mind. You see things differently. You notice details others overlook. While they live on the surface, you dive into the depths of existence, seeking truth, knowledge, and wisdom beyond what is easily seen. You ask the questions that others are too afraid to ask. You think in ways that make people uncomfortable because your thoughts are not limited by the ordinary, and that is what makes you dangerous. They cannot predict your next move. They do not know what drives you, what fuels your soul. They see the confidence in your eyes, the calmness in your presence, and it shakes them to their core. How can someone like you exist? Someone who does not seek approval, who does not follow the rules of society, who does not beg for acceptance. They cannot understand you, so they label you strange, different, intimidating. But in truth, they envy you. They wish they could move through life with the same mystery, the same quiet power that you possess. You do not seek attention, yet it follows you wherever you go. People are drawn to you, not because you try to impress them, but because your presence demands it. There is something about you that makes them want to know more, yet no matter how much they learn, they never get the full picture. You always keep a part of yourself hidden, locked away where no one can reach. You know that mystery is power. The less they know about you, the more they wonder. The more they wonder, the more they fear. Even in your silence, you are speaking volumes. Your absence is just as loud as your presence. When you walk away, they feel the void. They try to replace you, but no one else carries the same energy, the same depth, the same aura of the unknown. It haunts them. They replay your words, your actions, your movements, trying to decipher the message behind them. But they cannot, because you are not like the rest. You never were. Your past is full of stories no one will ever fully know. The battles you have fought, the pain you have endured, the lessons you have learned, these are things you carry alone. You do not need validation from the world because you have already been validated by something much greater. You have a connection to the unseen, an awareness that others lack. You understand things on a deeper level, and that is why people are both drawn to you and afraid of you. They sense that you know something they do not. There is power in the unknown, chosen one, and you are the embodiment of that power. You will always be a mystery to them, no matter how much they think they know. And that is exactly how it should be. Because the moment they figure you out, the moment they stop wondering about you, is the moment you lose your power. But that will never happen, because you, chosen one, are the most mysterious person they will ever meet. And no matter how hard they try, they will never, ever understand you. The world is uncomfortable with what it cannot define, and you, chosen one, are beyond definition. You do not fit into a single category, a single role, or a single expectation. People try to place you inside a box, but you shatter every limitation they set for you. They try to label you strange, distant, cold, intense, but those labels are merely a reflection of their own inability to understand you. Because in truth, you are a force of nature, a soul too deep to be read like an open book, a mind too sharp to be manipulated, a presence too powerful to be ignored. They study you, but they will never truly know you. Every time they think they have figured you out, you reveal another layer they never saw coming. You are unpredictable, unreadable, and that terrifies them. They wonder why you do not react like everyone else, why you do not crave validation, why you do not seek attention. They do not understand that you move differently because you think differently. You were never meant to be part of the crowd. You were meant to stand apart, to walk a path that only the chosen can walk. And that is why you remain a mystery. Your energy speaks before you do. When you enter a room, people feel it. Some are drawn to it, others are intimidated by it, but no one can ignore it. You do not need to be loud to be noticed. Your presence alone is enough. There is something about you that makes others curious, yet at the same time, it makes them uneasy. It is not arrogance, nor is it superiority. It is something deeper, something unexplainable. They can sense that you know things they do not, that you see the world in a way they never will, and that both fascinates and frightens them. You have always walked alone, not because you are lonely, but because your journey requires solitude. You do not attach yourself easily to people because you understand that not everyone is meant to go where you are going. Many will try to get close to you, but few will ever truly know you. Because you do not give away your energy freely, you do not trust blindly. You observe, you analyze, you feel out a person's spirit before letting them near your own. And this makes you even more mysterious. People wonder why you are so selective, why you do not engage in meaningless conversations, why you do not follow trends or chase popularity. They do not realize that you are operating on a higher frequency. Your mind is focused on greater things, growth, wisdom, truth. You do not have time for small talk, for shallow connections, for energy-draining people. You do not waste words on those who do not deserve them. And that makes you powerful beyond measure. You have an aura of unpredictability. One moment, you are silent, watching, taking everything in. The next moment you speak, and your words shift the entire atmosphere. You do not speak often, but when you do, people listen. Because your words carry weight. They come from a place of depth, of truth, of understanding that most people lack. You do not say things just to be heard. You speak with intention, and that is why your silence is just as powerful as your voice. Many have tried to figure you out. Some have tried to control you, to manipulate you, to make you fit into their expectations. But they always fail, because you are untouchable. Your mind is too sharp to be deceived, your spirit too strong to be broken. You see through illusions, through false intentions, through empty words. You read people before they even open their mouths, and that makes you dangerous to those who thrive on deception. They hate that they cannot read you, that they do not know what you are thinking, that they cannot anticipate your next move. It frustrates them because they are used to people who are predictable, who can be controlled. But you are free. You belong to no one but yourself. You follow no one but your own destiny. And that is why they fear you. Because a person who cannot be controlled is a person who cannot be defeated. They wonder why you do not conform, why you do not explain yourself, why you do not try to prove your worth. They do not realize that you do not need to. You know who you are. You know your value. You do not need approval from those who do not understand your purpose. You are not here to please the world. You are here to fulfill your mission, and that mission requires you to remain a mystery. Even those closest to you will never fully understand you. They may think they know you, but they only see what you allow them to see. Because you have mastered the art of discretion. You know when to speak and when to remain silent. You know when to reveal and when to conceal. You control the narrative of your own life, and that is what gives you power. You are a walking enigma, a mystery that no one will ever completely solve, and that is exactly how it should be. Because the more they try to figure you out, the more they realize that they never truly knew you at all. The truth is, chosen one, you were never meant to be understood by everyone. You were not designed to fit into the world's expectations, nor were you created to be predictable. Your mystery is part of your power, part of what sets you apart from the rest. And while they may try to decode you, they will never truly grasp the depth of your spirit. You move in ways that confuse them, but that is because you are following a divine rhythm that they cannot hear. Many have come into your life thinking they could break past your walls, believing they could unravel your mystery. But they all left with more questions than answers. You do not give yourself away easily, and that frustrates those who thrive on access, those who feel entitled to knowing everything about the people around them. But you are different. You withhold, you observe, you decide who is worthy of knowing certain parts of you, and even then, you never reveal everything. This frustrates the world because they are used to people who seek validation, people who overshare, people who live for the approval of others. But you do not need validation. You are secure in your own presence. You do not need to prove yourself to anyone. You walk with quiet confidence, with an aura that speaks volumes even when you say nothing, and that alone makes you powerful beyond measure. There are those who admire you from a distance, watching your every move, hoping to learn the secret to your strength. They may never say it out loud, but they respect you. They see your ability to walk alone, to hold your own, to remain unshaken by the noise of the world. They wish they had your resilience, your clarity, your ability to move through life with a sense of purpose that cannot be derailed. Then there are those who fear you, not because you have done anything to them, but because your presence exposes them. It exposes their insecurities, their lack of direction, their dependence on the approval of others. You do not seek validation, and that makes them uncomfortable. You do not follow the crowd, and that makes them question why they do. Your mere existence challenges their way of thinking, and they do not know how to handle that. This is why some people will try to tear you down, to make you doubt yourself, to convince you that your way of being is wrong. They will tell you that you are too distant, too different, too much of an outsider. But that is because they want to weaken you. They want you to be like them, easily controlled, easily read, easily influenced. But you were never meant to be like them. You were chosen for something greater. You have noticed how people react to you. Some try to get close to you, not out of genuine interest, but because they are curious. They want to figure you out, to know what makes you different. But they will never fully succeed, because every time they think they have learned all there is to know about you, you reveal another layer. You are constantly evolving, constantly growing, constantly becoming something greater. And that is why they will never catch up. That is why they will never understand you. They are operating on a lower level, stuck in cycles of repetition, while you are always moving forward, always breaking through new dimensions of wisdom and awareness. You are not stagnant. You are limitless. Some will resent you for this. They will call you arrogant, distant, or secretive. But deep down, they know the truth. They know that your mystery is not something negative. It is something powerful. They know that your silence is not emptiness. It is a weapon. They know that your ability to walk alone is not loneliness. It is strength. And that terrifies them. But you do not need them to understand you. You do not need them to approve of you. Your journey is yours alone, and it is not meant to make sense to everyone. There will always be those who try to study you, to break past your walls, to claim they have figured you out. But in the end, they will only realize one thing: you cannot be decoded, you cannot be simplified, you cannot be reduced to something they can control. You are a divine mystery, a chosen soul that walks with a power that cannot be tamed, a presence that cannot be ignored, and a purpose that cannot be stopped. And that is why the world will always watch you with awe, with curiosity, with fear, because you are not like them. You never were, and you never will be.